Sound. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series once again. Second time tonight. DB Smiley here. Bringing you some Division E action. It's the first time I've ever casted Division E before. Never seen it. So, got my drink ready. Excited for this one. Cerebral Gaming versus, forgive me, Yavapai, which I'm just going to call them Yavapai. It's Yavapai County, something chess and swimming team. I don't know what the M and Y stand for. I can't remember, but it's Revenge of the Yavapai. The point is, they're Yavapai. To you and Andrade, when to start. Caster is R. Sorry, they're asking me, like, can I start now? Can I start now? And I'm like, dude, you do you. I'm just here to watch. I get off on watching other people play games, but we are going to move right now into the draft, and boy, I don't even know what to do with that team name. Hang on. Actually, I know exactly what to do with that team name. Hello! There we go. Problem solved. But Cerebral Gaming is a brand new team here in the Nexus Gaming Series. Yavapai, on the other hand, on their third season, and of their ever-increasing team name. Pardon me. But excited to see where this match takes us. Will always be fun. Stukov going to be the first ban. Mayhaps they are scouting. Stukov ban out of the gate. Stukov is a fantastic healer, especially at lower levels of play, because his weakness is being focused and bursted, and you won't tend to see that at lower levels of play at the same level. Happy to cast. Joanna banned out. Still a strong tank. That does leave up heroes like Deathwing, as well as Zul, but Kel'Thas is going to be the ban here. Once again, at a lower level to play, Kel'Thas is really fantastic. His teams kind of struggle sometimes to disarm bombs. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this game takes us. What's the next ban going to be? It's going to be the Deathwing. That does leave the Zul up, admittedly, so we're going to see if it's picked up, and that was a pretty fast lock, as we see Sleepy Bear jumping immediately onto that Zul here on Towers of Doom. Going to enable a double soak and potentially a focus to the bottom. Speaking of focusing on siege damage, there you see the Sylvanas, who's just incredibly strong in the meta. And there we see an Azmodan. Now that's an interesting pick. The Azmodan grabbed very early in this draft. There's the Ana picked up. Ana is not the best healer into what they're showing in my mind. I would want to look to something with more of an AoE focus. Technically, Ana can do a little bit of AoE, but I'd like to see something like either a Rhaegar or even a Brightwing here. But Ana, still a good healer generally. I'm just worried about the poke from Azmodan enabling a Sylvanas dive for the pickoff. Golbreezy jumping onto Mal'Ganis. Very, very strong tank at the moment. But we don't see a lot of Azmodan, so let's take a look at his stats here. We pull up our patented fancy stats. Azmodan, only a 1% pick rate last season, but a 56% win rate. That is actually one of the lowest pick rates I've seen, but a very high priority there, as we saw the bans onto Uther, which is something that Yavapai likes to run a lot as tank. And then the Li Ming banned out, followed up by a Malthael Asmo. It's actually a good combo. The Malthael will be able to soak against the Zul, but also Malthael is one of the better people at burning the Azmodan Cocoon, and so we're going to make sure that we still have value off that. But we have a Diva, and that could actually nuke that quite rapidly, as we are just burning through this draft here. that Diva pick there, Abathur Diva. So, wait. Are we gonna see Assassin Diva? Is she just gonna stay in pilot mode? There's the whole fucking game. This draft is amazing. Oh my god, this draft is great. I have no clue what I'm looking at. But we are getting a medic. This draft is all right with me. I don't even like what is Cerebral Gaming's comp. Seriously, the only thing I can think is that they're gonna keep Diva in pilot mode as much as possible and just break the game with her auto attack speed with Abahat. I guess I just. I mean, the Zul can of course truck out damage, yes, but man, this is they have extraordinarily limited poke in order to stall objectives. So, like, this is the comp. I mean, obviously, I have to say that I like Yavapai's draft better, I guess. Just on the fact that they have range damage. I've literally never seen this draft before. I can say that with all certainty. Thousands of Heroes Elite games played, never seen it before. So that's going to be fun. But we are going to move now into the game as we get ready to introduce our teams. On the left side, it is Cerebral Gaming. It's going to be Gol Breezy on the Mal'Ganis, Kai'Sa on the Diva, Sleepy Bear on the Zul, John US on the Abathur, and Nova is Waifu on the Ana. It is Cerebral Gaming, but on the right side, you know him, you love him, Yavapai lining up in the bot lane. It's going to be Andre on an Uberak, Mega Milk going to be on the Malthael Shan, CB9 on the Asmodan, Blue Space Hat on the Sylvanas, and Aura Luna on the Medic. Alright, any HGC scouts watching this game? Well, I have some bad news. Immediate focus into burning this bottom tower down with the Sylvanas. Diva coming down on the flank. Doesn't have the booster to knock them into towers. Tower's still silent, so it is going to go down. They did get the tower. Now the question is, do they get out of this one? Sleep there onto Andrade. I don't believe the burrow charge is up, but the medic healing is enough as we pull up those level 1 talents, and that is... Huh. I've never seen Vampiric Aura before, I gotta be honest. Diva mech is down, but that isn't even her final form, as she is now the gunner, so maybe this is the plan. Maybe she's the team's ranged assassin. Just like a really interesting take on a Vala comp, I guess. Rotation, though, immediately by Yavapai into the Sapper camp. Golbreezy going to try to disrupt it, but has actually left the point. Aura Luna, though, will go down, but the Sappers have been picked up by Yavapai. But once again, the question is, can they get out? And it looks like they're just going to let the Asmodan die. Have you ever seen the scene in Zombieland where they talk about the importance of aerobics? Asmo, that's why. Andrade sticks around a little bit too long, gets caught out by the Diva and body blocked to oblivion. Meanwhile, you know, Zul and Malthael just kind of playing their own game. Just rotating around. Actually, looks like Zul is heading bot, as we're going to see an invasion onto the Sapper. Once again, Aura Luna just way out of position, and she is going to go down to the Ana of all people. Ana is going into dart stacks. Oh my goodness, she's got vampiric rounds. There's 2 vampires on the team now. This is a game. This is what I come to Division E for. As with Dunk, sleep dart there on to the Sylvanas just to help them disengage a bit. Exploding mech is available. Blue Space Hat's a bit low. Let's see if Kai'Sa maybe throws the mech in. Andrade, burrow charge, but really wanted to get out of there. Now he's sleeping under his tower. Needs to be careful. There's the mech. He's going to fall asleep in the mech. He's going to survive them. Safeguard. Grenade build out of Morales. Asmodan going into Greed, actually, so not the gluttony I would have expected. So the thing with Greed is you actually have to stack globes the old-fashioned way, in a lot of ways, but still, going to go Greed, try to power up that Meme Beam laser. Shrines are up. Top two have been traded out. Anubarak dove too deep, tried to burrow charge out, but you are unstoppable, not invulnerable. And now Sleepy Bear all over Aura Luna on the back line, and Aura Luna is going to go down. And Diva's going to be fine, because that's just what Diva does. She drops mech, but she keeps pew-pewing. And just look at that DPS. Just look at it. Look at it! She's actually going to get this tower. Alright, we are off to a start in this game. Diva back into the mech now as they continue to pressure up this bot lane. Solo laners, meanwhile, you know, just playing their little PvE game. A fun little single-player mode. If you didn't know Hot's at it, just play the solo lane. Diva comes in with the damage denial, but still quite a bit low. An Andrade looking for something, but admittedly he is a bit low HP. Gets the heals, though, from Aura Luna. Poke coming in. Ana is a little bit separated, but lands that sleep dart to make sure that Andrade can't stay on. Now Sapper's going to get started here by Cerebral Gaming. Yavapai looking at it, maybe wanting to go in onto this. Diva has the mech on the point. She's going to drop mech to try to secure the objective. They do get away from it, so no damage, but it does enable Diva to grab the Sapper, so mission accomplished. Meanwhile, Blue Space Hat taking a lot of damage, has to E out, but doesn't have to E up, and now Diva on the backline as Asmodan getting focused. There's the root onto a noob. A noob has no mana once again. They're going to have a hard time getting out, but they do manage to get away. The bottom objective's starting to come up. Now, Malthael is still away, soaking, trying to get his team caught up. They are down about half a level in XP at this point, as we are currently 6 kills to 1. Sapper's going to get grabbed here. Nobody on the objective, though. Which, you know, as a reminder, the objective is indeed how you win this map. But cleaning this up and just, you know, just the objective, just hanging out. Hey, guys. How's it going? But without level 10s, and with the Sappers, and with that vulnerable fort, you are, of course, going to see Yavapai focus on cleaning that up. But now they are down 8 shots on the core. Going to have to start making that up. Meanwhile, Malthael low. Going to have to Hearth. So that's going to transition to even more lost soak up here in the top. Down here in the bottom, Andrade tries to go for the Ana, but misses. Now a bit vulnerable here, as Ana is at 86 stacks and counting of vampiric rounds. That is actually pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. As once again, just not enough damage seemingly coming out here. Zul goes down though in the top to the last rights from Malthael. But there's the Wailing Arrow. Ana separated, and no matter how many vampiric rounds she has, she is not self-healing through that one. Focus now damage on to Diva. She is going to be able to just nitrous boost her on out of there, though. And she's alright. Still, though. Yavapai now with a slight XP lead. Demonic Invasion's going to enable the push, but they got to be careful. They can't do too much damage to the heroes. They really got to just focus on damaging this structure, as the damage onto the heroes will actually draw the Ire of the Tower. But there it is, first tower picked up. But now here comes Zul onto the flank. He's going to drop the root onto Aura Luna. Focus once again onto Medic. Eye of Horus coming in. Going to pop from a distance. Now Asmo having a hard time getting out, but he is at 500. He should be... No! The stun comes in from the Mal'Ganis, securing the kill off the Zul Abathur combo. And so now we have the bottom forts are going to be traded out. Meanwhile, Malthael channeling out the top. Nobody channeling top left at the moment, but down goes the bot fort. So this channel will only generate As Mouth is stalling out. Oh, it's because of the Abba mines. And there's the mules, so Abba just really stalling this out, actually rather effectively. But that's the end of the stall. Still, this will lead to a trade, and at this point in the game, that certainly favors the members of Cerebral Gaming, maintaining their 8-point lead, which proportionally gets bigger and bigger as the game goes on. But yeah, weird situation. Blue tower on the right, left tower on the left. Don't adjust your televisions. Not a mistake. Do I play Dota? The answer is a hard nope. I do not. Sapper Camp being picked up. I am too old to learn a new MOBA, so I'm not going to. Sappers grabbed by both teams. D.Va moving in with the mech. There's the medevac. Oh no, they're gonna. Oh, they got out. That was a weird medevac. If they had gotten broken out, that would have gone pretty rough. Not gonna lie. Here comes the Abba clone onto Zool into a 3v2 situation. There's the focus once again on to. Well, actually, this time it's not Orlone. Excuse me. It's Blue Space Hat. Now this Abba clone is not going to get too much done, but this whole time it's pushing, it's just the decoy. It's actually the focus is onto this tower. Can they get the Zool? Andre going to take so much damage from this tower. They have to get it down. They do get it down, but still very close. No, the orb came in too early. Nonetheless, Sleepy Bear goes down. And now the Demonic Invasion, they look like they're going to trade out, but this will allow Cerebral to cap this bottom objective, possibly looking for a gank right now on to the Malthael. He should be able to get away, but Mal'Ganis is going to get this channel, and that's going to turn it to a 12-point lead now, 32-20. Medevac coming down, but it's going to get there too late to make a difference. At that point, you might think it's just better to just take boss with the man advantage, with the Zool down. Ooh, styling a bit here is the Mal'Ganis. He's baiting in the attack. That said, he is a bit low. If they get the stun, they get the stun. Golbreezy does go down. Now potentially a chance to take back their bottom structure, or maybe to push in mid a bit. I want to see a focus. Oh, but Blue Space Hat still not out of this. Needs to be careful. Does manage to escape. No, that's not me. But a push now coming down on to the bottom. This was just a picture I found online in like 2007. Ooh, Anubarak getting focused there. Mule is healing up this structure at the moment, though the Azmodan minions are healing it, but Azmodan is now down. There's a cocoon onto D.Va on the back. Zool still stepping up. Malthael rooted, not yet in the kill zone yet, so he's going to have to escape. And this fort survives. D.Va mech does go down, but meanwhile Mal'Ganis and Zool starting to work on these sappers. Wanting to push those in. Malthael starting to rotate top. No, it looks like he's going to Hearth here. So that's going to slow his rotation back to the objectives. Abba in position to channel the top left if no one gets over there. Oh, he has on a Pale Horse. He'll be fine. He is actually going to go, I think, check the left. No, he's going to clear the objective. Anubarak's in position to stall Abba, but they are certainly going to give up the bottom here. This will be 4 shots to either team, but 3 shots are being walked in onto the bottom, extending that lead to 15, and Abba gets the channel. So that's going to be 4. That's going to be 8 points traded out for 4. So this game really falling apart here for Yavapai as they find themselves now down 17 in this game. After all is said and done. Focus there onto the Azmodan. There come the stuns. But now getting engaged on the Eye of Horus coming out, trying to throw out some damage. Azmodan's still very low health. Arluna getting the heals out. There's the sleep. Still, though, now woken up. Golbreezy is a bit low. Goes back in for the stun. There's the D.Va mech onto the backside. Malthael is starting to drop. Last rites, but he's going to survive with the spell armor. Mal'Ganis finally goes down. Down goes D.Va, and at this point, they should absolutely be able to get this fort back though Zul has taken top, I would like to see them try to do something involving pressuring up that bottom fort, try to open up a win condition of their own. You got to avoid the boss temptation here, because you just need to change the multiplication at this point and focus on getting structures rather than the short-term goal of shots, and that is exactly what they're going to do. And with this Azmodan, they have the ability to push in, even with the still somewhat shorter death timers, but that is going to make the multiplication. They could close the gap from 17, indeed, down to 7, and maybe with some sappers down to 14, or down to 4, or even just 1, with some good play here. So Yava starting to turn it around. Mal'Ganis, though, going to find Aura Luna, zone it out. Now Malthael going to get rooted. He slept. He is right in the middle of all those skeletal mages, and he's going to get annihilated, and that might put Yavapai into a pretty bad position here. They're on pace to lose 6 shots in just a second, and that will leave them with 5 core health. Yavapai going to need to find something here. That said, looking at sappers, but Mal'Ganis now moving into the back. Here comes the laser once again from Asmo. But Mal'Ganis just so hard to kill. Anubarak is low, drops the cocoon onto the Diva, now has to run away from the Zul, gets the safeguard to remove the slow from Aura Luna, but now Mal'Ganis moving back on to the sappers. Andrade goes back in, but he's just too low to keep pushing in. And while they get a Diva mech, they're not able to turn that anything, and Sapper's going to be picked up here as Abba starts to help push down. Looks like they're going to take back their bottom fort, and that will put them in a position, especially with these potential Sappers. If they can find a kill, they can absolutely win the game. Next objective is going to be mid and bot. So Yavapai very much with their back against the wall, and it looks like they're going to go for the boss play here, or the Sapper play, but they just used Medevac to go top. Medevac's going to be on cooldown for another 45. Depends on when the timer goes off for the objective as to whether or not this could be potentially pretty problematic. They won't have Medevac in time for the objective. That's going to be a problem. They're going to have to run down the old-fashioned way. Malthael going to grab this camp. He's got on a pale horse. He can run late. Meanwhile, Zul pushing in the middle. This could be the chance, though. Yavapai looking for the flank here. They need to get Zul to... Zul actually just damaged on to a noob, and that actually was a mistake because now he's going to get struck down, but the objective is up. They do have a lethal if they get both. Mal'Ganis channeling the bot. Malthael looking to get on top of him. If the sleep dart lands, no it doesn't. Stall is there. Aura Luna channeling the mid. Diva's going to get back up. She doesn't get the interrupt. Turning our attention back down to bottom. Anna going to get the last right. Probably unneeded, but going to secure the kill. Now Goldbreezy has to just run out of there with the blind to the bat. A noob looking for the re-engage. Here comes the medevac. Aura Luna joining the team, and that's going to be 8 shots. And they're looking like they're going to push up again. They don't have the invasion yet, but they do have the Sylvanas trait. They're going to push up, try to take this bottom. Diva Mech going to force the reposition. Right now, Malthael taking the tower shots. No, there was an Anubarak Beetle that's now taking it. So Anub actually going to gain some power here in this patch, as we're seeing. Mal'Ganis, meanwhile, trying to get the mid push down by these archers. Let's see if Yavapai wants to try to go for the Mal'Ganis pickoff. Looks like they do. Azmodan, though, using the invasion, taking down the bottom. Here it comes. Oh, the interrupt. That could be enough to secure the kill. The last right comes in, and down goes Mal'Ganis. And Yavapai on pace to turn this game around. They have 4 structures and could push in the middle here. As Diva going to go down. Zul retaking top at the moment. But Diva does go down, and that is huge, as that will absolutely allow this middle structure to be taken. Andre's got to back out because of the tower shots, but that is, once again, 4 structures now. Yavapai can, of course, take their mid back, and that puts them right back into this game in a big way here, as they've started to gain control of the map. It's going to be a single objective bottom. This could potentially be 6 shots for Yavapai. Zul going to try to push this bottom. Rest of the team that's alive pushing mid, but this is an easy channel. I want to see them channel this quickly. It looks like they're actually, though, going to try to play the 6-cap strategy, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. And actually, they may have just made a pretty critical error in judgment, as they are going to be giving up the bottom shots to this Zul in order to gain the top. I get the idea is they want a 6-cap, but you got to take the 6 shots when they are sitting there. And that is going to be 3 shots going right into Yavapai's core. And they're down to 2. They're going to take boss, but it is now going to be 13-2. And they had an opportunity really to get... I mean, they would have gotten 6 or at least 5 shots there on the bottom. And yes, they get top. They continue to shell game the enemy. But that is a really hard set of options to turn down. And now with Zul pushing the bottom, Asmo pushing the mid, it's kind of just become a shell game of controlling each other's structures here. And, ooh, Anna getting dove. Here's the skeletal mages, though, trying to zone it out. Anna does go down. Here comes the root on the mouth AL. Gold Breezy is alive, but he doesn't get the ult off. Gold Breezy goes down. Bottom structure is down, though, and there are 3 sappers, and if those get in, that is the end of the game. So you are going to see Yavapai need to disengage here. John US is low, but meanwhile, these sappers are still pushing in. They have not come back to it. The sappers are approaching. This will be the end of the game. Oh, no, and Yavapai came so close. But that is it. Oh boy. What a way to lose the game. That's gotta feel bad. Yavapai made a lot of great plays late, but what they didn't do is they didn't make the right decisions at the right time in terms of macro. And I think they overvalued late pushing a structure rather than just taking the bird in the hand they had. Those 3 shots put them in a position where those sappers could end. They then got stuck team fighting. Unfortunate, but hopefully sets us up for a good game too. So we're going to try to get set up for that, and we'll be right back, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Next gaming series as we get set up for game number 2 between Cerebral Gaming and Yavapai. After losing the map, the Yavapai County Municipal Youth Swim and Chess Team, there we go, have decided to stick with map pick. They are going to take us to Volskaya and try to better their luck there as we get set up for game number 2. Just letting them know that I'm ready to go. I hope that you guys are ready. Hopefully we will get started soon. But Yavapai choosing to stick with the map pick. I think this map might favor them a bit better because the macro is significantly simpler, and if they can stick with the team fights, they'll be all right. I think they did a lot of things that were clever, and the thing about HOTS is that clever is bad. Clever is not good. You don't want to be clever. You want to be simple. You want to be down the middle. You want to, occasionally surprise, but mostly play the correct play at the correct time. So we'll see if they can do that here and maybe close out game number 2 and take us to a game number 3 in this Division E opener on the season. Cerebral Gaming 1, Yavapai County Municipal Youth Chess and Swim Team 3, Revenge of the Yavapai, currently sitting at 0. Sergeant Hammer going to get banned out. Common pick on this map, actually. Very good at defending the point. Very good at controlling it. And actually, in Europe, Hammer Rhaegar was a really devastating combo when paired with Bloodlust. Unironically, that was like what top-level players were doing. That was not a meme combo. As Stuart has decided, now he wants attention, and he's going to annoy Daddy until he gets it. Here, Stu. Stuart. Stuart. As we see the Joanna, the Kel'Thas, and the Anna ban, I just need to take a minute to give you this public service announcement. Kittens are adorable. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh. Kittens are adorable.
Light abandons no man.
Alright, back to the draft. Uther first pick on Sleepy Bear.
I will fight to my last.
And going to be responded with the Uther, or excuse me, the Rainer Rhaegar. Once again, I want to see a Bloodlust, especially with the Rainer. It's just incredibly powerful at the moment. It's extremely impactful, and especially with this map being a veritable certainty to get to level 20. Actually, it's beyond a certainty that this will get to level 20. You're talking about an 18-second Bloodlust. It's actually broken. Zul Deathwing, though, two really powerful heroes. And actually, it's going to be Nova is waifu on the Zul this time. So let's... I'm typing. There we go. And the Deathwing going to be played by Kaisi, who was on the Diva in the last game. Sylvanas banned out. Strong hero. What's going to get banned on the other side? Potentially a tank? No, they're going to deny the Malthael. They're respecting Mega Milk's Malthael, especially into the Deathwing. So we're going to see that taken away. Two heroes to come from Yavapai. They don't necessarily need to pick their tank here, as I suspect that's an Uther tank. They're going to grab their Leo to deal with the Deathwing. It's a good matchup if you're going to try to keep the percent damage. And then there is the Arthas. Now, the Arthas, actually a decent pick into the Zul. Does affect his auto attack speed, but that said, you just picked Arthas, and they just picked Garrosh. That is what I like to call a feels bad man. Arthas really struggles into a Garrosh because of the lack of mobility. We have a Zarya on the map and a Nova, by the way. I've been talking this whole time like that hasn't happened. As we have a Nova alert, I don't think I've ever casted a Nova game that wasn't like an ARAM. I have casted some Zarya games, though. But looking at the comps, I have to say, while I have some concerns about the Uther as the solo healer, there's enough kind of sustained mitigation, enough beef that I think, especially when you can't heal the Deathwing anyway, I think it works. You get the Garrosh flip into the Uther stun, and Nova can just light that target up. So I right now I'd have to give the draft to Cerebral Gaming. Just not overall, like 4 out of 5. I like the draft better from Yavapai, but that Arthas, while I don't think it was a bad pick, it got really hard countered out by the Garrosh. So we're gonna get set up here for the second game as we jump into it. Gonna move in, gonna once again introduce the members of Cerebral Gaming. On the left, it's gonna be Gall Breezy, Kasai, John US, Nova is Waifu, and Sleepy Bear. Looking for that pretty heavy CC burst damage combo. Whereas on the other side, we're gonna have Shan, we're gonna have Blue Space Hat, Android, Aura Luna, and up in the top it is Mega Milk. Take a look at those level 1 talents, see what's coming down the pipeline. And and we have a bathroom break. All right. Well, okay then. How do I feel about the task rework? I mean, he's a moderately good mage. He combos well with some people, but he needs a really beefy front line and a lot of CC to get value. Failing that, he's mediocre. I still think Ming and Jaina and I still think Ming and Jaina are significantly better. I think Kael'thas is certainly better at lower levels of play. Overall, I just I'm not huge on it. Oh, do you want a toy, Stuart? Scooby-Doo's looking for a toy. You want a toy, baby? Which toy do you want? You want the beaver? Beaver. No, not the beavers. Okay, let's see. How about a Squeaky Mouse?
The gates are open.
Squeaky Mouse! Alright. Sorry. While we had the break, I decided it was time for Squeaky Mouse. Moving back into the game, though. My game is not working. There we go. Arthas getting rooted into the flip, and that's exactly what I talked about. And there's just so much damage to follow up on that CC. Andrade is low. Sleepy Bear also quite low, though. Gonna start heading towards the bottom. Meanwhile, rotation top. Gonna be Mega Milk, but he's gonna have to Spooky Ghost on out of there. Garrosh still wanting to look for that flip. Does find it. Uther, by the way, went Silver Hand, so going to be trying to stack that early. Looks like maybe a kind of counter rotation, leaving Leo top and rotating the mid bot here, which, you know, not as easy because, one, it doesn't give you vision over the healer camp, which is fairly critical. It also is a slightly longer rotation with that very annoying treadmill that makes the rotation mid to bot difficult. Mid to bottom, it's quite nice. Or, excuse me, bottom to mid, it's quite nice. But we're seeing already an invasion on to the turret camp. Zarya, a very, very lonely Zarya. Garrosh looking for the flip there. Members of Yavapai collapsing, but Zarya, it's just too little too late to save her. And now Aura Luna's in a bad spot. Rhaegar gonna go down, and that will be a turret going over to the side of Cerebral Gaming. On the side of Yavapai. So it's a big turret down. It's going to allow them to get even more macro edge. Blue Space Hat at the moment. Clearing up the top, trying to help catch up and soak. Nova starting on this camp down here at the bottom. But good aggressive play early. We are seeing actually the Leoric going down here to Zul, but the turret camp is, or excuse me, the healer camp is being picked up at the moment by Yavapai, and it looks like they are going to be able to grab it unbeknownst to the members of Cerebral Gaming. Half a level soak lead though, fairly early. Aura Luna getting focused, gets the Zarya shield. Has the healing, well, if needed, but certainly don't want to drop it before the objective. Deathwing going to push up there. Now, Zarya did go feel the heat, so look for her to step up pretty aggressively. I'm just here to cast games, mate. I'm not a pro player. You probably shouldn't ask those questions of me. Both teams right now contesting the point. About halfway to the channel on the side of Cerebral. Yavapai has to back up down a level while Leo and Zarya are soaking. Zul looking for the very aggressive flank here, but it is Leo. He does have that spooky ghost hand and the spooky ghost walk, so... Meanwhile, Nova and Uther, known far and wide for their amazing camp clear, are doing the camp. Shockingly, the Raynor and the Rhaegar get done first. Who could have seen it coming? 61% counting, though, for Cerebral Gaming. Would have liked to maybe have seen that healing totem saved. It wasn't really going to accomplish anything here. Here comes the engage, looking at the Deathwing. He is starting to lose scales. He's down to his last scale. Only 10 armor, needs to be careful. Zul steps up, trying to peel it out, but he ends up paying the price for it. John US steps up, gets the stun on Zarya, but Uther's going to go down. Might enable Breezy to get out, though, with the heals. But there you see Yavapai stepping up, getting some kills, now equalizing this XP, and that will help them out rather significantly. Flip, though, onto Andrade under tower. He may have just bit off more than he can chew. Deathwing dropping in. Andrade still at minus 20 armor. Now finally gets back, but there is no healing tool left. Yavapai at 46 and counting, but they can't afford to cede this point even for a second, as at 99% already for Cerebral Gaming. That said, Garrosh stepping up. He's going to force. Flips onto Leo. Probably not the ideal target, but Arthas just has nowhere to go. He's so low, but Garrosh actually going to be the first to drop due to that field of heat from Zarya. Zarya trying to go for Sleepy Bear. Sleepy Bear is going to be the next to fall. Deathwing tries to flank. Does get the kill onto Leo with the fire, but he's going to go down 4 for 2, and Yavapai is going to win this Protector and their camp one in top lane as well, so that's going to generate even more pressure. Gonna run it straight top, looking for the well play.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Rhaegar and Zarya are in the well. But, you know, not the most siege damage. I'd almost like to see Rhaegar out and Arthas in an ideal world. Because of the healing potential of Rhaegar, but also Rhaegar actually has really good PvE damage. Knocked back onto the low Garrosh. They're still sieging up. They want this fort. They're selling out quite a bit for it. 30% and falling, and Arthas is low. Golbreezy once again looking for the flip. Once again choosing the Arthas. Arthas is going to have a hard time getting out, but he does. But that fort going to survive with about half its HP left as this Protector gets ready to fall off here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bang. Medcamp, though, is up immediately. Andrade, though, needing to hearth. Looks like we might see an invasion onto this turret camp, though. Relying on the Raynor for the burn. Golbreezy going to spot this out. The rest of the team could rotate in here. Bit of a risky look, but Zul not going to be able to do much. He is going to throw the root onto Aura Luna. No real follow-up potential. They're just going to walk away, despite the Deathwing lobbing meteors at them. Meanwhile, up here, Garrosh has started on the healing camp, or Nova on the way as well. So once again, two turrets traded out in exchange for the healing totem. Six to 5 kills, pretty even game, but Yavapai at the moment with actually the lead in this game. They were behind early in the last game, so this might be the difference. If they can continue to finish strong like they did, but not be so far behind, not have so much ground to make up, could translate into a 3-game series with Yavapai getting the win. But at the moment, both teams just kind of hanging around, nobody wanting to make the aggressive play here. Arthas throwing roots out. I couldn't tell if that got a stack or not. I think it does get a stack. No, because you actually have to get the root to get the stack. So rooting Deathwing doesn't really do anything. Feels bad. Deathwing has gone up into the air. Zul playing really patient, knowing that Yavapai is kind of off the map. Might be a bit overexposed. Now has shown, but Yavapai clearing the middle. It looks like they might want to rotate top and push in with their top camp against the Reaper camp from Cerebral. Cerebral coming mid, clearing up that lane. Leo clearing minions, so there's going to be a 4v5 potentially with Zul flanking in. Bit of a risky situation here. Here comes the Deathwing. Here comes the attempt at a stun. Root there onto Raynor. Nova going to throw some damage out, and that absolutely trucks Rhaegar. And down goes Aura Luna. Did go with the Ancestral rather than the Bloodlust. I think that might have been a mistake, but even still, probably should have pre-casted that Ancestral when the CC chain was coming, when the Nova Blast was coming, before it was too late. Aura Luna goes down. 3-for-0 trade. It's going to give Cerebral Gaming the early start to this objective. Not really pushing into the top right now. Instead, getting macro value elsewhere. These minions should be able to soften up this turret, but I would actually have liked to have seen Cerebral maybe burn that turret down manually a bit. Nova goes and grabs the turret on the left side of the map while Zul clears the bottom. Uther and Garrosh going to hold this point. It's going to be hard to push them off, but that said, Yavapai does have everyone here. They still have level 13s, despite being slightly down on XP. Nova and Zarya, meanwhile, have not locked. Oh, there's the 13 from Nova double tap. Zarya has not locked her level 13 yet, and I really want to see that happen before any kind of fight can break out. Let's see. Leo, by the way, looking like he might go Mithril Mace here. Deathwing could drop down. Zarya has gone with the secondary shield. Tons of damage coming out. There's the Graviton, but the Warlord's Challenge nuking down. No, that taunt actually has survived, but Nova walks into the back and pops Raynor. Now Aura Luna getting dove by the Deathwing. Gotta back up there. Meanwhile, Garrosh has gone down. Uther's gone down. Zarya's gone down. Leo is so low. Gonna try to trade out for this Deathwing. Walks out of the Deathwing attack. Does get the kill, but now Leo is very, very much alone, and Nova just gonna pop with the snipe. Turning it sideways, it's a kill shot. Protector is up. Keep in mind, even when you're not in the Protector, the timer is still ticking. They are going to push up, but they only have one person in the Protector. Loses a significant amount of firepower, as well as armor. Knocked back there onto Arthas. Starting to rotate it down. Nobody else has gotten in the Protector yet. Flip onto Leo. Somebody else needs to get into this. Looks like it's going to be Garrosh. Deathwing jumping down as well to join the team. Now taking this front wall here in the mid. Starting to rotate the Protector down, but the Protector is down to 29% health and falling. 18 seconds to go. Has enough time to get this bot wall, but probably not much else. 10 seconds and counting. Here comes a big flank from Yavapai. That said, Raynor, very vulnerable position. There's the Divine Storm. Looks like the Graviton coming in as well. Aura Luna once again going down. Just the last to rotate, and the tank wasn't there peeling. Raynor gonna drop into the back due to a skeletal mage adding to his poison damage. Cleanse was used there onto Zul. The towers don't slow anymore. Cleanse doesn't remove the armor debuff. Just a reminder. But Uther going with the full Q build. Has the Q damage, has the Q auto attack healing, which I actually quite like. Also going at 16, basically the self heal on Uther, where he deals significantly more healing to himself when he's low. Makes him very difficult to finish, but you do trade out Benediction for that, which is always kind of like, Benediction's really good. Healing camp picked up by the members of Cerebral Gaming. Ooh, Arthas getting the root onto Nova. There's the Entomb. Garrosh, though, and Uther going to be a hard target to kill. Nova blowing everything onto Mega Milk, but hard finish. Ancestral finally lands this game, but there's a stun onto Mega Milk. Still the Graviton setting something up, but Andre so low, needs to walk out of the fight. He is going to die if he takes really any damage. Gets the shield, but needs to back up. Currently in the healing totem, which will help. Did have Army of the Dead to survive that, but a lot of bluster there, a lot of argument back and forth between the teams, but nobody drops. Hyperion was saved, as was Poison Nova. As in fact was, well, actually no, yeah, the ultimate from Deathwing was available, the fly. Probably didn't want to fly under the tower too aggressively there. Deathwing kind of forcing the engage with the way he positioned that, Breath of Fire, but Andrade and Leo just rather beefy targets. Turret picked up here by Yavapai. Still though, down 2 levels. They had control of this game, but last couple fights really have not gone their way, and it's translated into Cerebral Gaming now clearing up their camp, getting a pretty healthy lead in this game. Leo down here in the mid. And potentially look at an engage. No, not really going to do anything just yet. Uther kind of zoning. You're seeing pretty safe rotations coming out from Yavapai. Possibly rotation down the bottom here onto the Leoric. Leoric and a spooky Ghost Walk out, but he doesn't have the extra duration, and that may result in his death. Yeah, Leo absolutely going to go down here. No, gets the Ancestral, and that might be huge. If he can throw out a big Entomb here, that might catch a lot, but the Poison Nova is just doing so much damage. 2 for 2 kills at the moment. Garrosh and Dulul down for Arthas and Zarya, but the death timers significantly favoring at this point members of Yavapai, as the death timers really spike starting at level 19. Yavapai was at 17 when those deaths occurred, and so their death timers quite a bit shorter. I mean, you're seeing like over 12 seconds shorter. It's going to make a big difference getting back to this objective. It's going to allow time for Leo to clear this and then run bottom, but level 20 will be here for Cerebral Gaming, so they can just buy some time. They can still take this objective. Poison Nova upgrade. Garrosh with the double throw. We do have the redemption. Healing totem is up. Doesn't look like they're going to take it. Leo looking at the Deathwing and the Nova. 70% and counting. Looks like they're going to give up this objective. Well, Raynor I guess might get there in time. But Nova could light the Raynor up fairly significantly here. 96%, they finally get there. Zul's still working his way down. Deathwing could global into this. But for the time being, Yavapai has gained control. They are closer to 20. This is a situation where if I'm on Cerebral, I'd take this fight right now. You don't really have time for the turret when level 20 advantage is failing soon. Leo is away. You hard crash. You do not go for this turret. You hard crash and you fight. Oh, they had bribe. Okay. They can get away with that, but here comes the engage. Divine Storm, focus once again onto Aura Luna. There's the taunt. Help Ancestral comes in with the shield. Does get it. Big Graviton, but the Poison Nova chucking out once again so much damage. Here comes Nova, though, and that's going to probably do enough damage to force Yavapai out of the fight if they can get out at all. Blue Space Hat does have the self-sustain to escape. Uther was the only one to die, but Uther can come right back, and this will be a Triglav Protector coming in at the end here. It looks like Deathwing is going to pick it up while the rest of the team preps, trying to maybe push to end the game here. Even with the core changes, this core, not the strongest. The pushback is annoying, but you don't really have to worry about the pushback necessarily killing you, just stalling out the core long enough that it's hard to finish. But the Triglav Protector is coming down the lane. If they can get past this keep, I think they'll be able to find a way to end the game. Just has to watch out for the Zarya Field of Heat. Also, the Buried Alive from Leo was not chosen and went with Hardened Bones. I am really surprised by that choice. I really think Buried Alive was the play. I know that it doesn't affect Deathwing, but it would absolutely enable kills onto Uther and Zul. And here comes the engage, looking for it. Triglav under core, but the Triglav currently team fighting. There's the Graviton. Oh, the pushbacks are coming in, but they're rooted. Divine Storm finds the stun. Rainer's the first to fall. Zarya the next, and they're just not finding the kills. Finally get Galbrazi down, but that's 3 for 1 so far. Leo and Rhaegar, the only ones up. Leo gonna get the root down, trying to heal up. Does have that hardened bones, which is helping significantly, but he's just so low, and Rhaegar too low to really support. Here comes the Ancestral. No, it was too late. Rhaegar need to stay up and support the Leo there, but that will be the end of the game. Poison Nova going to help the damage onto the core, and Cerebral Gaming comes into Nexus Gaming Series, and in their first match, they will take the domination victory 3-0.
Red Team's core is under attack.
And there we go. So Cerebral Gaming going to take the series here. We take a look at the post game. A pretty short set. First game ran long. Second game still 18.5 minutes, which used to be a long game, but anymore it's actually a fairly short game. Yavapai had their moments in both games tonight, but it just ended up being Cerebral Gaming making the right plays at the right time. Yavapai just kind of unable to close out some of those fights, and unable to close out game one. So with that, that's going to take us to the end tonight. Yavapai County goes down 0-2 to the new kid on the block, Cerebral Gaming, here in the inaugural Division E game. And with that, we're going to have to bring this cast to an end. No post-game tonight, I apologize, but I do actually need to get to bed because it's 1 a.m. No, it's midnight. I'm bad at reading clocks. Nonetheless, still going to bed. Apologies to Galbrazi and company for not having the post-game, but best of luck to them this season. Hopefully I'll get to cast them again and give them the post-game they deserve. With that, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the Nexus Gaming Series. Before we go, let's see if anyone else is streaming and if we can throw it over to them. There was someone picking up the other 11 o'clock game. Looks like it is going to be Spectrum. So we're going to throw a raid. Let me make sure I'm going to get the right name. To throw a raid over there. Go ahead. Enjoy that stream. Keep watching. And we will see you next time on Nexus Gaming Series. Thanks for watching. Bye now.